Hey, hey! So in the last video, I told you I wanted to look at the trees separately for the termite situations. We did know that the house had termites. That's part of the reason we were tearing it down, because it was too far gone. So I wanted to share that with you guys today and show you some of the trees, because we knew one of them was probably infested or at least had damage, but we didn't know about the other ones. So let's take a peek. So we had 5 trees that we were going to do, that we knew we were going to remove. They were around the edge of the property, and we had the company come in and check them, make sure they could take them down. And this front one was a gumball tree, and we thought it was healthy, but it drops those gumballs, and it's just a pain. It messes up the driveway, it's in the yard and everything. So we were going to cut it down, but this is what we found. So this is pretty insane, but this massively green, huge gum tree, hollow, from termites, hollow. Looks like he's yelling at me. Ah! Unbelievable. Johnny's going for a closer shot. Unbelievable. I don't understand this. Termites. They said when they cut some of the limbs, water just started coming out of the tree. It's just crazy. So we had to cut the 2 trees down on the side of the house because they were going to be infringing on the footprint. We hated to cut these trees. Well, I hated to cut one of them because it was a cypress, but one was a pine tree, and this one that they're cutting down now. And I really did not want that tree to fall. Here's a tree that they told us was damaged. You could see the crack up the side. And when I went to look at the crack closely, you could see termite wings. Now, there weren't live termites, but we could see wings. So we didn't really know what we were going to find. This is that same tree as they were going to knock it down. And this was the nightmare that we could not believe what we found inside. So here it is. So that, my friend, is the middle of a termite infested tree. And yes, those are moving termites. So that is what a tree is supposed to look like on the inside of the tree. And that is what we found. The inside of the tree was literally mud from the termite and the water damage. Then we moved on to the house, and this is that edge of the house I was talking about.
I don't know if you can see because they kind of started scattering.
There were live termites up in there, and now look how damaged the wood is. And you can see the boards up underneath the roof over here, how damaged they are. All from termites, baby. So what's the point in showing you all of this? Well, I've talked to people over the years. I'm in real estate, and I've talked to people who question whether or not they should actually get termite treatment. But these termites can get to your house either from burrowing from underneath, if you have an elevated house usually, or actually from the top. And we didn't know that. We had treated the bottom of this when we renovated this house, but only 3 feet up the walls, and the holes started coming in above that. So the termites were getting in from one little area of exposed wood, which you saw in the video, and infiltrated down. We are going to treat the ground here where we're building, and we're going to treat the pilings that we're building up on, and then we're probably going to even treat the walls inside. I'm not saying you have to do everything, but if you're questioning it, don't question if you live down here, especially in our area. All right. I think that's it for today. So I will see you on the journey.